Hey everybody, this is Captain Yeet here for you for another anime moments that hit. This is gonna be number 27, Demon Slayer. Yeah, I didn't really talk about Demon Slayer on this channel. Cause way I found this anime was, well, when it first came out. Not when it first came out, it was around the episode where Zenitsu cut the head off of that demon. That's when it like really blew up, and it was like everywhere you look, like YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, like anywhere you go, you instantly see Demon Slayer because the animation was so crazy. It was everywhere. I mean, it was everywhere. It was breaking manga sales. Like, I saw this junk everywhere. I kept looking at it, like, it looks alright, but I never really got into it. A lot of my friends from school and a lot of my YouTube friends were looking at it. They were telling me, like, to read the manga, to look at it. I was like, maybe, I don't know. The manga's done, so now all they got left to do is just animate the rest of the manga. I think I saw someone on Instagram that said that if they keep animating what they've been animating, like the pace, then their anime should have like 2 more seasons, and then it should be done with the manga. To my knowledge, the person that wrote the manga isn't writing like a spin-off manga from like the past or the future. Or I know the ending of Demon Slayer because when the ending first came out, everybody hated it, and my YouTube friend hated it. He told me about it because I wasn't like big into Demon Slayer. I was like, it's okay, I guess. So I was like, he was like, can I tell you the ending? I was like, yeah, so whatever. So I know the ending, but all the stuff like in between, I don't know, but all I know is like the very ending. Other than that, I don't know like all the in between stuff. Last week I started watching it. It's pretty decent because like I said, I don't know all the in between stuff, so I do want to get the information. Plus, I was looking at season 2 clips of Tenjin. I think that's his name. Tenjin the Sound Hashira, Tanjiro and them. It was finding that weird, like super skinny demon with the poison and the 2 blades, and then that other girl demon with like the fabric that can like slice you up. I haven't seen season 2 yet, but I kept seeing those clips everywhere, and the animation was crazy. I'm like, yo, what's going on in Demon Slayer? Oh, okay, I might check it out. So, sorry for so much rambling, but like I said, so after I saw all those crazy clips of them fighting and everything, I went back. I watched season 1 on Netflix. I don't know when season 2 is just starting to get dubbed. It should come out soon, so I guess season 2 should be on Netflix after the dub's done, coming out week by week, so I can just wait for that. Or I could just watch it anyway. Sorry for all that rambling. It took up 2 minutes. I took up 2 minutes of the rambling. Anyway, this is going to be the moment when Tanjiro went to final selection and he fought that mutated demon. Why? I mean, the moment didn't hit like that when the fight, but Sabito and Makato, Sabito and Makato, it was their depths that really got me. I ain't gonna front. It really hit me. What do you mean? Because Tanjiro was like talking to him and everything when he was trying to slice the boulder. Then it just disappeared when he cut it. And I was like, what? Because at first I thought, oh, they were ghosts. But like a part of my head was like, nah. After he cut the boulder, they just like that fast and they just left. I thought like a part of me wanted to think that. The other part was like, no. Why would they just like instantly disappear after Tanjiro cut the boulder? Like, that didn't make any sense to me. And then when Tanjiro was like, walking away to go to final selection, when he was waving goodbye to Orokodaki, sorry, when he was walking away and he said their names, he was like, huh? How did you know the names of the dead? I was like, oh, okay, so they were dead. Which is weird because Tanjiro said he fought Sabito like tons of times, and it took like another year. Well, no, it took like a whole another half a year until he was able to beat him slash cut the boulder because he wasn't really fighting. But you get what I'm saying. It took like a whole another half year for him to beat him, slash cut the boulder because he wasn't really fighting because he was a ghost. But it took like a whole another year, so he's been fighting this dude for like 6 months, and he hasn't said nothing to Orokodaki until that one moment when he's walking away. Because they specifically said we used to be students of his. So you wouldn't bring that up like, yeah, man, I just got attacked like by one of your former students. You wouldn't say that for half a year, Tanjiro. That's kind of weird. But anyway, that's besides the point. The moment that really got me was when Tanjiro met the mutated demon in the final selection. And while he was fighting him, the demon mentions that he's been killing all of Orokodaki's students that have the fox mask. Like the fox mask give it away that they're a student of Orokodaki. He hates him because Orokodaki is the one that captured him and put him in the final selection area, and they can't leave because of those. I forgot the specific name, but those flowers. Like for some reason, demons just like get repelled by them, or they hate the stench, or anyway, they can't leave their little area because of those flowers anyway. So he hates Orokodaki. So now anytime his students come in here, he specifically goes after his students because of the fox mask. And what really got me was the moment when he brought up Sabito and Makoto because of those silhouettes. I'm not gonna I'm serious, like those silhouettes got me because he mentioned like Sabito was the strongest out of all the other Orokodaki students that I fought, but even he couldn't cut my neck. So he did like a jump move and he went to go slice his neck. As soon as he went to go slice his neck, his sword broke. He was like, huh? Then one of his arms came and crushed his head. Obviously, we don't see it in detail. I mean, we see a silhouette. Like, we see like a split-second silhouette of his hand going, boom. You can see like that big splash. And then like cuts back to Tanjiro. Like, what? And when I saw that, I was like, oh my goodness. Like, you saw that like, boom, like a split second. Like, he couldn't even react. He just grabbed his head and boom. It was a really quick silhouette. Obviously, like I'm saying, we don't see it in detail and stuff. Like, it doesn't linger on that moment. But still, like, yo, oh my goodness, are you serious? And then what really got me was Makato's death, because he said like I said, Sabito's like the strongest out of all the ones that he fought. He says in Makoto, he said, she wasn't that strong, but she was super fast and very agile. But eventually she got flustered and she couldn't control her movements, and then he was able to grab her and he said he ripped her limb by limb. And we actually get a silhouette of him ripping her limb by limb. Like, like I said, it's like for a split second. Like, they don't want to linger on that moment. It's like for a really split second. But in that split second, you see it, I mean, it's not like a split second, but, you see it. I'm like, oh my God. Yo, like, I'm not going to front, that really got me. Like, oh my goodness, that had me. I'm not even joking. I'm not like I cried or like I was like, I ain't going to front. Like, for the next like few episodes, I was just thinking about it. I was just thinking about it for a good minute. Like, my heart like dropped. I'm not even joking. My heart somewhat dropped when I saw those two split-second silhouettes of boom, and then just ripped them apart. I was like, jeez, that moment hit. Plus, it was a really nice moment when Tanjiro was able to cut the head off and kill the demon, and he saw all the souls of the past people that died, plus Sabito and Makoto. I think every time I say Makoto, I feel like I'm saying her name wrong. I think I am, but I don't know. But anyway, you see them just walking away because their soul has been released because that demon's finally dead. And then it was somewhat sympathetic for the demon because while he was like dying, you see a flashback of how he became. Well, you don't actually see like exactly how he became a demon, but you saw that his family got attacked probably by Muzan or Hashira. I mean, not Hashira. Upper Moon, probably Upper Moon. I think they can turn people into demons. A side note, sorry I'm rambling, are there any, like, besides Muzan, are there any other pure demons in Demon Slayer? Every other demon, well, we don't actually, that one demon from the temple, we don't know if that was a human demon or not, but it seems like the only actual pure blooded demon is Muzan. Everybody else is just humans that have been turned into demons. I thought it was both. I heard that you can turn people into demons before I started watching this. So I thought it was like, pure-blooded demons plus people who can turn people into demons. But it seems like, nah, it's only Muzan that's like the actual only demon. And then everybody else is just a human and got turned into a demon. I mean, they're still a demon, but, I was like, are there any, like, pure-blooded demons? You know what I'm saying? Are there any people like that? Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. Anyway, we get the flashback to where he got turned into a demon, and he was eating his family, and he was sad and crying because he was crying out for like his brother to hold his hand, like he always does whenever he's scared. And he was scared in that moment because he was like, he didn't know what was going on with his body or whatever because he got turned into a demon. And then Tanjiro's like, the only part of him that was left was his hand out like this, and then his head. And Tanjiro walked over to his hand and like grasped it, like like holding his hand, like when his brother was like, like his brother would do whenever he was scared. The demon started crying, and he saw his family in the afterlife, and he was able to go with them. Or he was able to go with them. Or they said wherever you go, we'll go. So it doesn't matter. He disintegrated and stuff. It's like it's supposed to be like a sad moment. I'm sorry, I keep winking. I guess in my eye. It's supposed to be like a sad moment, for the demon, but. Like, I felt for him in that moment, but then, like, a split second later, I'm like, well, I mean, you killed all those students, plus Sabito and Makoto. I don't know if I can feel too bad for you. I was like, I don't know if I can feel too bad for you because you did kill all those people, and you willingly did it, and you feel good about it. I mean, you feel very good about it, and you did it willingly. So I don't know if I can feel too bad for you because you did kill all those people. But I mean, I kind of felt for him in that split second when it first happened. And I was like, I mean, you did kill all those people, so I mean, I don't know if I feel too bad. You know, I don't know if I feel too bad about Tanjiro cutting your head off. But I mean, it's whatever. It's whatever. But that's the video. That's the moment I have for y'all. Sorry for the rambling and for the first 2 minutes. Normally it doesn't take that long to like explain how I found anime. At least it's an actual story this time. Most of the anime is just, oh, I just found it on Netflix when I was a kid. Then I just keep going. That's how most of the animes. Oh my god. At least I had an actual story this time. At least I had like an actual story. But anyway, like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you all later. I thank you all for watching. I thank you all out there for being wonderful human beings, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye. Is there anything else I want to say? Just trying to make sure I get everything, my bases. I was going to bring up the fight, because I know the fight can't be its own moment. I could just put the fight with Sabito and Tanjiro in here. I mean, nothing too crazy. Well, besides, like, the ending, when he, like, hit his chin and he went flying back. I mean, that was a hard hit, man. He went flying back. Other than that, Nah, I guess I don't really have anything else to say about that moment or those two moments.